Welcome back, Queens, to another episode. Today, we are diving into something every high-level woman needs to hear: how to own your authority and stand out as the unicorn you are in your space. Because here's the truth: you're the only you. If you've ever doubted your magic or wondered, how do I rise above the noise? This is the episode for you. I'm going to share lessons straight from the room of over 400 powerhouse coaches I was just in, and why I realized that no one does it like me. And Queen, no one does it like you either. So let's talk about stepping into your greatness, creating impact, and building a life and business that screams, she's unstoppable. Let's go. So we're going to be talking about owning your authority, stepping into your power as the queen in your space. And today, I am so excited because I just got back from a live event. So we're going to talk about the difference between showing up and claiming your space. And this is really important, especially for you guys who are direct to consumer. This is where I am a unicorn in the coaching space. So we're going to talk about being the authority. I just went to this event with over 400 women, female entrepreneurs, mostly coaches. And that room was electric. It was amazing, like to see all of these powerful women who have turned into the online space and built significant businesses in the online space. But here is what hit me. I am one in a million of the coaches who are out there, one in a million of doing what I do. I am a unicorn. I am 100% a unicorn. And today I'm going to show you guys how to step into your authority and stand out like the queen that you are. So let's talk about first. Of course, I have my notes up because y'all know, anybody who works with me knows I will get I'm totally ADHD when it comes to this. So my moment at Freedom Queen Live, I'm sitting there and I look around at the 400 other women, over 400 women who are incredible at what they do. But what I realized in that moment is none of them are doing what I do. None of them. I am the only one coaching women who work direct to consumer, who what they're teaching is not going to make their person money, right? I am one of few business coaches who has actually built a business outside of the coaching business, coaching to other coaches. Now, I love working with coaches, of course, but I have built a 7-figure, low product, low offer, $297 course to 7 figures. And that is significant. That is huge. So I'm a unicorn in this space. And one of the speakers was like, claim your expertise. And I'm like, okay. As I'm talking to all these other badass women in the room, I realize I have the highest number of social media followers of everyone that I met. Now, of course, I didn't meet all 400, but I have over 600,000 followers on all the social media platforms, nearly 400,000 on Instagram alone, 50,000-ish on Threads, 60,000 on TikTok, which I'll be honest, I haven't loved on TikTok much because I haven't. I have over 100,000 on Facebook. I have a podcast that is ranking in the top 200, mostly the top 150 in the US in the parenting space. It's in the top 100 in many different countries. I have over 10,000 students in over 7 different countries. I have a 7-figure business doing what I love, empowering women to own their birth. And I have a multi-6-figure coaching business. Now, we are taught as women to be meek. Don't proclaim your wins, but I say no. Like, I am a mom of 7, you guys, who has built a 7-figure business in the birth space. That is significant. And now I work with incredible women who are building businesses in all the spaces, but a lot of them are building direct to consumer, which is a beast of its own. It's totally different. And none of this came from me playing safe. And none of this came from me following someone else's rules, because I hired the high level mentors. I paid my very first business coach was over 35,000 come all the fees. And he did not know how to help me direct to consumer, because what he taught was really B2B, not B2C. And so that started me on this desire to start coaching other women on building impact driven businesses that aren't about the money. They're about the change they want to bring. They're about the impact. And you have to be patient, and you have to show up as an authority and know that it is about the impact before the income. Because if you're all about the money, your business will not grow. And so I didn't play safe. I didn't, it came from stepping fully into my authority as a high risk labor and delivery nurse, and now as a B2C coach, and owning my own unique voice. Because here's something I learned on Labor Nurse Mama. When I showed up as me in my voice, when I wrote my copy, I didn't do all the fancy copy tricks. When I did it, it converted. It brought in my followers. It brought in my community. It grew my sales. But when I've hired other people to write my content, to write my emails, to write my sales pages, my conversions dropped. Because when you're in the B2C space specifically, or you're coaching women who are gaining impact from what you do, your voice is so important. And we're led to believe that we need to hire the professionals, we need to have all the pros do it. But really, when it comes to your content, you need to step into your voice. You need to decide that you are the one. You are the one in your space. So, step 1, stop comparing yourself. Stop looking at what everyone else is doing and start owning. Okay. And what this looks like is when you're in a room with 100 other people doing, or hundreds of people doing the same things, it's easy to fall into this comparison mindset. But here's what you need to realize: no one else has your story. No one else has my story. No one else can serve the clients that you can serve, the consumers, the people, the mamas, whoever you're working with, the men that you work with the exact energy that you bring. And no one else can lead the way that you will. So whatever your business is, whether it's like me with pregnant women and postpartum women, no one else can serve them like me. I am what sets my business apart. And I tell my clients all the time, you are the thing that separates you from the other people doing what you're doing. You are. So step into you, step into your bigness, step into your greatness and own it. Your authority is not about being the loudest or the flashiest. It's about showing up as authentic as you can, the most authentic version of you. That's where you will start exploding. And it's knowing that you are the only one. I am the only one, right, that helps women direct to consumer, who's teaching an impact driven business, not a money driven business, right? Because you have to own it. That's your unique magic. So I want you to sit down and journal. I want you to think, you guys know I'm big on tapping. Maybe tap this out. What is my unique magic? And then let's nurture that. Let's grow that so that you show up. I just got off a coaching call with one of my clients. She is the elite birth coach for LA women, for high achieving, for movie stars, for famous people. And now she's opened up her space online for other women who are high achieving, who don't want just a basic B birth class. They want more. They want that access, that close proximity. That is her uniqueness. That is her magic. She knows that clientele. So the next thing you need to do is build evidence of your authority. You don't have to wait until you feel like the authority, start creating it now. And here's how you can do that. Show up boldly. Remember, not loud, not the flashiest, boldly, confidently. And whether you have 100 followers or 100K followers, act like the later. Act like you already are the expert because you are the expert. Speak to the people you want to work with. So run your content through ChatGPT and say, like, who am I calling out here? What would you say my content, like take some of your content, put it into ChatGPT and say, hey, read this content, look at this content, and tell me if you were just reading my content, who would you say my ideal client is? See what ChatGPT says and then say, no, this is actually who I want to call out. How can I tweak my content to call out my ideal client? So for me on Labor Nurse Mama, I want to call out women who are not afraid to speak up. Maybe they are a little, but they want to speak up. They want to own their birth. They're not afraid to say no to a doctor. They're not afraid to say no to a provider. Those are the women I'm calling out on Labor Nurse Mama. Over here, I'm calling out the queens who are ready to step into their authority, who are ready to create impact, and who want to bring change, right? And they're not afraid. They don't think I'm going to fix all their problems. They know that it ultimately lies inside of them. They want the energy, they want the mindset, but they also want the strategy. I'm your girl, right? I don't believe you can just show up with energy. You also have to have strategy. You also have to share your wins. So, and I'm talking all the wins, not just the big wins, all the wins. Don't hide your success. Every milestone, no matter how small, builds trust with your audience. So, this weekend, being in this event reminded me of the power of evidence. I'm not one in a million. I'm the only one doing this at this level, and you can be too. Now, step 3, step into your unicorn energy. Here's the deal. We all have unicorn energy, right? It's the thing that makes you you. I always tell my clients, it's the thing that you unleash when you're with your best girlfriend. Like, this is not the stuff you show to everyone else, but this is why she loves you so much. Bring that energy into your content. Bring that combination of strategy and energy, and that is going to top it off. And it's knowing I'm not just a business coach. I'm a creator with a 7-figure business experience, a course queen, a visibility expert, a mentor who helps other women make their impact. Your unique energy is what will make your dream clients want to work you. They will slide into your DMs, they'll stop scrolling, they'll tune in, and they'll buy from you because ultimately that's what we want, right? We want them to buy our offers, but you have to claim it. Stop playing small, stop blending in, and start leading like the queen that you are. Period. Show up. Okay, so here are some questions I want you to jot down. And shoot me a DM and tell me what your answers are. Let's riff about it, right? Ask yourself these 3 things. What makes you unique, unicorn in your space? What do you bring to your ideal client, your ideal follower, your ideal purchaser that no one else does? And then how can you show up as the boldest version of you right now? Not tomorrow, not next year, not, oh my gosh, I'm going to do it in 2025. No, none of that BS. You're going to do it now. Show up now. Be her now. Someone else will come and take this idea you have. Someone else will step into that space that you want to create. You be her. You do it. It's time to stop waiting for permission. You don't need permission. Step into your power. Like, you are amazing as you, who God created you to be, where you are. Step into your power, own your authority, and lead your space like the badass you are. My son's probably going to come to the door and be like, you owe me a quarter, but that's okay. Claim your authority. Claim your unique unicorn energy. You guys need to take your business to the next level now, not later, not next year. It's not my plan next year. It's now. Step into that energy now. Do it now. And I'm here to help you guys. So if you guys want a unicorn coach in this space, DM me. I'm filling up my one-on-one spots for 2025. Like, that's that for that. They're going to be filled soon. But I am so excited about what's happening, especially in the online course, the digital community, building memberships, like that is where it's at, having that recurring revenue, and you guys can do it now. Now, not later. Okay, you guys, this was a short little teaching moment. I love you guys. I will see you all later. You're amazing. All right, let's wrap this up. Here's your reminder. You are the authority in your space. No one has your story, your energy, or your unique magic. It's time to stop doubting, stop waiting, and start showing up as the unicorn you are. If this episode hit home for you, share it with another queen who needs to hear it. And don't forget to tag me on Instagram at @IamTrishWare. If you're already ready to dive all in, my coaching containers are open. I'm here to help you rise fiercely and unapologetically. Until next time, keep leading, keep owning, and keep being the badass queen you are. I love y'all. Hit subscribe and leave a review. See you again next week.